안녕하세요. Hello everyone. and welcome back to weekly Korean live class. And my name is K-Jin. K-Jin. 안녕하세요. K-Jin입니다. So my name is, I always get this question, what's your name? So my name is K-Jin. K-Jin. 안녕하세요. K-Jin입니다. So how are you guys? Thank you for your comments. I already see lots of comments from Ostoja and Wesley. Thank you, CM Lady, Essie the Great. You guys, I just saw you in Japanese live. But thank you very much. And Jimin's Moonchild, thank you so much for many your comments in this chat. I already saw it. Before the live, you're already typing a lot. So thank you guys. So today we are going to talk about 7 Batchim rules. So what is Batchim and what is all these rules? Well, I'm going to introduce that very soon, so please keep watching it. please keep watching. And Amy Lynn and Mike, and then Dear Army, Jim Paul, Salatino, and Aaron Matthew, Wikdoru. Thank you. It's great that you guys are all here. Today's lesson might be a bit academic. If you are not familiar with the Korean alphabet, Hangul is the Korean alphabet. This lesson might be difficult, but please don't worry. You can watch this video again right after this live because we always upload this live video right after this live on YouTube and Facebook. So please don't worry. You can review it 100 times. And also, for those who are not familiar with Batchim and Korean alphabet, we prepare this free cheat sheet, free practice worksheet. So you can learn all the Korean alphabet here, and then you can practice writing. You can even learn some Korean vocabulary. This is so important today because it's directly related to Batchim today. So, well, if you haven't learned the Korean alphabet, check out this worksheet. After this video, please don't leave. It's live now, so please don't go away. But you can check it later. Okay, so I'll explain briefly about Batchim. So, if you haven't studied Korean alphabet consists of this. This is the structure of the Korean alphabet. 안녕하세요, Edis, Ginger, Jaria, Isabel, as usual, and Cesar. Of course, you guys are here, my dear dedicated good student, K-pop princess, Farhan, Liv SB, and Dub Master Odov, Jim Paul, Aaron, In Layo, Anna, Daisy, Rosales, Vasco, you are here again. Thank you. And Seungmin, Oma, Angkan, Chamina, Yeonjulin, Essence, Samari. I tried to mention everyone, but if I forgot to mention your name, please keep commenting because then I can notice you. But anyway, let's talk about Batchim. So Korean letter is always consist of these components. So in English, A is just A and B is just B, right? But in Korean alphabet is always consists of one syllable. It's like block. Korean alphabet is always like block. For example, like 한국. 한국 means Korea, the country, Korea. 한국. It's like block, right? Block. And there's something here. So there is always 3 parts. 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There are 3 parts, right? Well, there are 2 or 3 parts actually. So the first one you see is always a consonant. First one is always a consonant. Second one, this part, if something comes here, that's always vowel. So they love each other so much. So it always have to be consonant and vowel. In Korean letters, syllable, consonant cannot come alone because it's so lonely. And vowel cannot come alone. They're should be something here. So they are best friend, they are couple, they love each other, they have to be together. Consonant and vowel, consonant and vowel. So this is a basic structure of Korean syllable. Here, you can put one more consonant here, which we call Batchim. So this is optional, you don't have to put, this is more than enough, but sometimes we put consonant, one more consonant, the final consonant here, that's what we call Batchim. Batchim. 오스토자, 한국 means Korea, right? Yes, correct. That means Korea. Batchim. Batchim. So today, we are going to talk about that because this makes Korean pronunciation pretty tricky, but you have to overcome that. If you want to master the Korean language, according to my student, this Batchim rules is one of the most difficult part of the Korean language, and if you can overcome this, then the other things are relatively easy. So you can do it. I know you're so smart and clever. So let's do it today, and you can watch this video many times, so please don't worry if it's difficult. It's okay. So well, this is easy if there are just three. This one syllable. But the thing is, there are many Korean syllables, right? You saw Hangul, right? There are two syllables. So the problem occurs here. If there are more than two syllables, like this. If there are more than two syllables like this and this, then the pronunciation get complicated, unfortunately. So Batchim, there's one consonant. And then let's see the next syllable. There's one more consonant. So they fight each other. This, oh, I'm consonant, I'm Batchim, I'm consonant. And then I'm consonant too because I always come here on my seat. So they are like, oh, consonant, and then next is consonant. So they fight. And then the pronunciation change. So that's the hardest part. If you can just read it as it is, then it's easy. But these change depending on what comes here and here. So today we are going to talk about their fight, who wins and how it changes. So please keep watching. Beyond the scene, when there are two Batchim, there messes me up. I know. This is a hard part, but Korean people didn't make this rule to make this Korean language hard. We have these rules to help you pronounce Korean words more easily. So maybe this rule is hard to remember, but this will make you pronounce Korean words much easily. And when we have this rule, we don't remember all these rules. If you ask these rules to normal Korean people, they cannot remember. They just say it naturally. So we didn't make this rule, but we just try to pronounce the words easily, and just this happens. So when you practice this, please read it out. If you read it out, then you will understand why Korean people have to change the pronunciation like this. And then also you can practice your Korean muscle. So when you pronounce Korean words, you need different part of muscle of your tongue and mouth. You use different muscle to pronounce Korean words. It's different from English or your native language. So you should practice. Read it out. Read it out. Okay. So do you spell it Hangul or Hangul? From Katie, sure. This is how we write in English, and the first one, Hangul. Hangul is what we write in English, but the official romanization is this. Oops. Hangul. So yes, what is Hangul? This is the Korean alphabet, and you can learn it from our worksheet in the description. On YouTube, it's on the down in below, and if on Facebook, you can find the link above. And then we got a question. MJ Valera Farnades, where is the place that you can buy that book? Thank you. Oh, sorry, you cannot buy this book in the world because or because it's free. You cannot buy. We give it away for free to all the Korean learners who want to learn Korean. So how can you get this ebook? Well, it's very simple. You just need to click the link in the description. Ta-da! See? Then you will see this landing page. So you just need to scroll down a little bit. Do you see this? You will see the blue button, right? That's what you need to click. Just click the link, and if you are not logged in, then you will see this sign up page, sign up pop-up. It's very simple. You just need to enter your Korean learning level and email address and click on join now. Yay! Then you will get this free Hangul cheat sheet. So you wanna see the inside? There's Hangul chart, so you can see the pronunciation of each letter, and you can also practice writing. So get it for free. I hope you like it. So JJ Unique, I want one. Yes, then you can get it for free. So please get it. I love something free. And then I always download something, and I'm sure you will do the same thing. Okay, so we know what is Batchim now. So let's start the Batchim rules. So first Batchim rule is, well, maybe difficult, but maybe easy for you. But for example, I show you this. Ta-da! Ta-da! I made a worksheet myself. So if you remember this is always consonant, right? Do you remember this? I make this as small. So this is always consonant, vowel, and Batchim. This is same. Consonant, vowel, and Batchim. So if Batchim comes here, and if there is any, this is Korean alphabet, and you can find this in this Hangul worksheet. Is this? You can check it later. But if 이응 comes here, it changes. If there is any Batchim and 이응 comes here, they fight each other. And this Batchim move here. This Batchim move here. Huh? What does it mean? Okay, so I'll show an example. So basically, this 이응 is silent. It doesn't have any sound, but you know, consonant and vowel are best friends, so they always have to be together. But sometimes you want to say ah, right? Ah doesn't have consonant. So in that case, you put this circle, which we call 이응, and it's like placeholder. It doesn't have any sound itself, but it's like placeholder. So Batchim says, oh, it's empty. Okay, I'll go there. And then just come here. Let's see an example. So I prepared a word. Ta-da! Okay, I put this here to show you. Let's see if it really works this way. So I prepared a word which is 한국어. I think you know what it means, right? 한국어 is ha H sound. A. This is like English N. 한, and then 그, 우, 윽, 어. 따란, this is 한국어. It means Korean language. 한국어. I'm not going to teach each consonant and vowel today because this book does that work. So today I'm going to focus on Batchim only and see if there is 이응 here, the 받침 before this 이응 attack and come here, right? So do you see 이응 here? So it comes here. It comes here. So the pronunciation is like 한, 구, 거. 거. This is like G sound, right? And this is a O sound, right? So 한, 국, 어. The original pronunciation is 한, 국, 어. But this is very difficult for Korean people to pronounce. So we don't say 한국어. We say 한국어. 거. 한국어. 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 Okay. So, oops, I dropped something. 한국어. So this is the first rule about 이응, 이응, 이응. And the example is 한국어, 한국어. So if you see this is placeholder, and then the 받침 will take over the place. Okay, and then second is about hi응, hi응. 따란, I'll show you. Second rule is pretty similar to 이응. So for example, if 받침 is this 니은, or 미음 is like M, N in English, or 이응 is like NG, or it's like R or L in English. So if one of these consonants come here, and if there is any here, then just like you, this guy lose. These are stronger. So these go to this pronunciation. Okay, so let's see an example. I prepared the word 암호. Does anyone knows the meaning of 암호? Let's see. Is 암호. Consonant vowel, 받침, consonant vowel. 암호. It means password, secret code, or cipher. 암호 is 암호. If you read it letter by letter, it's 암호. But to pronounce it easily, we just read it naturally. Then you see, this comes here, right? So this here loose is gone, and it's like it pronounced like amo. Advanced heart. How can I learn from the beginning? From where? Well, that's a great question, because this lesson is based on the fact that you already know the Korean alphabet. If you are not familiar with these stuff, then it will be hard. I totally understand, but you have to learn the Hangul first, and then we prepared this Hangul ebook for you, and you can find the link in the description around this video. So please check it out. If you understand this and learn this, you will understand better. So this amo. And this example. I know this is hard to remember at the beginning. That's why I totally recommend you to watch this video again after this live. Okay, and third rule is about this guy again. This guy is complicated. So, okay, so let's see. So if there is, it's like G or K, or this is like D or T, or this is a V or P. So if one of these comes at 받침 position, and then if there's any hit, then something happens. These are not pronounced, but this pronunciation changes. This pronunciation changes. Neta, yes, it's difficult, right? So that's why you need to learn this first. But if you overcome this part, this is considered one of the most difficult part of Korean language, then Korean language will be very easy. So if this comes here, g, d, p, and there's hit here, then this change. These are not pronounced. These are not pronounced anymore. But this changes. How? How? Taran is this. It will be pronounced like this. Can you see this? So this, if this and this meet, then it become this sound, K sound, K. If this come here, and then there's this here, then it become T sound here. If this bube comes here, and there's here, then it will be pube. So let's see an example. Is there an example? Yes, we have an example, which is celebration. Which is celebration. Celebration is 축하, 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 축. So these are not pronounced, right? So it's not pronounced, but this become K, right? It become K sound, K. So it sounds like 축하, 축하, 축하. Wesley, yes. So the sound become a hard, exasperated sound for rule 3. Exactly, this is become aspirational sound. Aspirational sound like 축하. 축하 is original sound. 축하, 축하. It's very difficult. So we say 축하. So this g become aspirational sound, which is 축하, 축하, 축하. And this, what if we change the order then? Da-da-da-da-da. So I have another example here. What if here comes first? What is here? Here comes first, and there is this, or this. Then it's not pronounced, but these sounds become K. Same, just the location changes. Here came here, but now he comes here, and then the pronunciation is same. 뜻이 시와가. Oh, now I get it. Great. And 오스토자 축하 means happy birthday. 축하 means celebration. So another rule here is this. Ta-da! So another example would be then when you put something, right? Oh, this lesson will get longer. Nota. You put something, right? It's what we call nota. And then this won't sound anything, but these sounds will become TH sound. So it will be like nota, 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 nota. Osto says great job. It's 좋다 means like. And then if you change it, it's 좋다. Or it should be nota. 노타. But this is hard. So if you just pronounce it, this is aspirational sound. So you use a lot of air. And then if you pronounce this sound, it's like 타, 노타, 노타, 노타. Okay. So next rule. Okay, today's lesson will get longer. But I hope you guys will love it. Okay, so next one is hard for the first time you study. Because this is a part that people often confused. Is this. If 받침 comes, Wesley, makes so much sense. Oh, glad to hear that. Because you know the Korean alphabet now, you can get this, right? This is the hardest part of Korean language. So if you know this, other parts will be so much easier. Okay, so if 받침 has 기역, 디귿, or 비읍. And if here the consonant 기역, 디귿, 비읍, 시옷, 쯧. So if 받침, in 받침 position, these consonants come here, and if the initial consonant has one of these, then they fight. It's like, oh, I should win. Die. And they try to kill each other. And then they change. How does it change? So these guys are pretty strong. So they survive. They stay here. But these pronunciation change. So if this here, the pronunciation will be like. And then this. Oops. This, 피읍. Oh, oops. Double, actually. I was looking at wrong one, and it will double. I'll make it clear. It will double. It's not one, right? So if this is, they got double because they are punched too much, so they become two. They become double D, double P, double short, double S, and then this guy become double J, double J sound. So yes, if these come, one of these come here and the one of these come here, then they fight each other, and this pronunciation stay as it is, but this pronunciation change to this. Let's see an example like school. School is, I put it on this board first. School is 학교. Is 학교. Let's see. 학교. So if you see this, there is 기역 here, and then 기역 here again. So they fight like, oh. they fight, and then this pronunciation changed to double 기역. It sounds like KK. It's impossible to write it in English, but it's a strong K. 학교. We don't say 학교. We say 학교. So the pronunciation change. It becomes a strong sound. So if one of these come here, one of come here, this is the loser and change their sound. Okay, so next one. Osta, 학교 means school. Yes, 학교 means school. Nice job, and thank you for translating the word. So let's see another example. The fourth rule is nasalization. So it's like nose sound. The sound that you use the nose. If 받침 has this, or again, or this sound Celeste, so much to remember, right? So what I recommend is please read it out. If you just try to remember, okay, this plus this is this plus this is, even Korean people cannot remember. So please read it out, then you will naturally understand why Korean people has to pronounce those words that way, and that your muscle will develop that way, and that you can pronounce more easily. Okay, so if this come here, and if there's nasal sounds like it's like N sound, or this like M sound, then they fight each other. And then the winner is this. They don't change. But these are the losers. So these sounds change to yung. These sounds change to myun. This sound change to myun. So let me show you an example. Oh, by the way, this was a rule, by the way. If you want to remember this way, you can always pause this video later after the live, so you can write it down on your note. So it's about the previous rule. Check it out later. For this, yes, we have, if you want to write it down, it will be like this. Yes, the pronunciation change is the hardest part of Korean language. But I'm sure you can do it. If you master this, Korean language will be so much easier. So it's changed like this. The example word is task. Do you know how to say task in Korean? Task. 네, Etsy the Great, 네. And then mood, quadir, 네. Task is up, 무, up, 무, up, 무, up, 무, up, 무, up, 무. This means task. So here, the beep here, and then this here. So these guys met. So they start fight like up, 무, up, 무, up, 무. It's hard to pronounce. So these guys has more strong sound because of nose, like So this pronunciation changed to this M sound. So it sounds like 업무. Jimin Moonchild, I want to stay up all night and practice. Yes, please do that. If you overcome this, again, Korean language would be so much easier. 업무. So if this comes here and there is this sound, then it changed to M sound. Up. It's not 업무. It's 업무. And there's another nasal sound. And I'll show you another example. So if one of these come here, one of these come in Batchim sound, and if there is any this sound, this changes it to N sound, N. This is like R or L sound, and this becomes N sound, N. Ooh, another nasal sounds rule. Is Me Brave will be available after this live? Yes, it will be. We will upload it on YouTube and Facebook, so you can always review. Da-da-da-da. Yes, if this comes here, the real become this. So, for example, the example word will be this. 심리. 심리, 심리. This means psychology. 심리, 심리. Let's see. So M is here. M, the Korean mium. And then real sound is here. So these sounds change to N sound. It's like N sound. Kaya, mullah, kayam say I'm interested but feels very difficult. Yes, because this is the most difficult part of Korean grammar, Korean pronunciation, Korean language actually. 심리, 심리. So it sounds like 심리. If you try to pronounce as it is, 심리, 심리, it's actually harder. So please read it out when you practice. 심리. Also the 심리 means what, K-Jin? It means psychology. Psychology. It's like your mind. your think. 심리, 심리, 심리. So this is an example, and if you want to write it down on your note, this will be the rule. And okay, so we have some more left, two more left, and the next one is this rule. I'll put it on the board first, actually. Ta-da! It's me. Yes, it will be. This live will always be available right after this live because we upload it on YouTube and Facebook. So don't worry, guys. I strongly recommend you to watch this video at least twice more right after this video because again, this is the thing that you have to master and the most difficult part, but you can do it if you practice it over and over again. And dear army said, haha, you need a lot of paper today. Exactly, I have like tons of paper for you. Okay, so another rule is if Batchim has niun or lir, it's the N sound, it's like R, L sound. And if this consonant has lir, then this is the winner. So this sound is actually stronger. So this pronunciation is changed. Ta-da! This pronunciation changed to this. So for example, Hanlasan. Do you know Hanlasan? It's the highest mountain in Korea, in South Korea actually, which is Hanlasan. It's located in Jeju Island, and I googled yesterday and it's like 1,947 meter. 47.6 meter. And this is the highest mountain in South Korea and located in Jeju Island. It's really beautiful. I'll go there next year. Okay, so Hanlasan. Felix, 업무. What is 업무? 업무 means task. So we give, when you do the work, someone gives you work, right? It's task, work. Hanlasan is the name of the mountain in Korea. Hanlasan. If you pronounce it as letter by letter, it's Hanlasan, Hanlasan, Hanlasan. It's difficult to pronounce, so when you pronounce it quickly, it's like Hanlasan, Hanlasan. So this, you see this? There's niun here, and this lir here. So it become like lir sound. So it's like Hanlasan, not Hanlasan, Hanlasan. 소주 chicken. See you at Jeju Island. See you next year in the spring. I'll go there in the spring. So Hanlasan, Hanlasan. See? This changed to lir. And another example is this. So if something comes like lir comes here and there is niun, then again this is the loser, so it changes to this sound, this sound. So as you can see, the rule is this. It's easier to pronounce for Korean people. That's why we do this way. Nobody can remember in Korea actually. Because please practice the pronunciation, then you will get it. Why Korean people change this. 한라산. 한라산 means what? But I don't know how to see the word. 한라산. It's the name of the mountain in Korea. Okay. Let's see an example. Another example is 달라라 is 달나라. 달라라 is very poetic word for moon. It literally means moon. 나라 means land. So moon land, moon world, moon country. So it's very poetic, often used by child. 달라라. So did you hear my pronunciation? I didn't say 달나라, 달나라. I pronounce it like this. They fight each other, and then this guy is a winner, so stay it is. But this one changed to L sound. 달라라, 달라라, 달라라. Okay, so now you have the last rule. Last rule. I hope this one is not as difficult as other rules, but if this or this come here, this is like D sound, this is like T sound, and if there is any 이응 here, then it's not pronounced, but this become this sound and this become. Huh? What does that mean? I know. I know. This is actually confusing part for Korean keys too. So when we are in school, we learned this rule at school too. I think when I was like 6-7 years old. Probably, yes, when I was very young, this is what we learned at school. So, for example, the example word would be 같이, 같이. It means together. 같이. So, when you read it letter by letter, it should pronounce like 같이. But this is very hard to pronounce, and as you can see, this is placeholder, right? Remember in the rule first, placeholder. So this should go this way, but the pronunciation changes to this CH sound. So it sounds like 같이. Actually, 같이, there's another word for 같이, which means value. So this means 같이 means together, and this means value, but this pronunciation is completely the same, exactly the same, even though the spelling is different. 같이. Alicia Gomes, I know that one, great. 같이. So if there is this sound, that becomes J sound. If this comes T sound, that becomes 치 sound. So 같이. So I know these are a lot of rules. Please watch this video at least twice more. It's your homework because you are a Korean learner. You want to master Korean language, but you have to master this part. Otherwise, you won't get Korean. Fluent Korean speaker. So please check this video again. I know this is very difficult, but you can do it. And if you are not familiar with the Korean alphabet, well, don't start this video first, but please learn the Korean alphabet first, which is Hangul 70. Hangul is the Korean alphabet. Learn this consonant and vowel sound first, and watch this video again, these 7 Batchim rules. There are more Batchim rule videos previous month. I did previous month, so please check it out. And Wesley, thank you for your donation. Thank you a lot. So this is a really important lesson. I know this is hard, but you can do it. So please check out this free Hangul cheat sheet. You can find the link in the description below for YouTube people. The link is above on Facebook people. So please, please, please take advantage of it. Anna, now I understand why Ryu sounds like sometimes. Great. And Santona, so nice to learn Korean. Listening you speaking in English, I can practice the two languages at once. Great. My English is not very good, but thank you. And then Amma, will this video be uploaded to the Korean Class 101 website? Yes, we are actually working on the page now, so you can watch our live videos. But if you want to watch it right now, then you can always check our YouTube and Facebook too. Okay, but Dave, haha, it was complicated but helpful. Thank you. I know, because as I said like 10 times, it's the hardest part. If you overcome this, everything else is so easy. So this is something you have to bear. Emma Runa, I knew some of the rules. It's always nice to learn new things. Great to hear that. And Jimmy Moonchild, how do I find the ebook once I sign in my account? So first, you sign up, right? Signing up is free. Anyone, if you're worried about that, it's free. If you sign up and logged in, then just click the link in the description, or just go to this page directly. KoreanClass101.com/learn Hangul. Then you will see the blue button there, like download blue button. Just click it, then you will see this. You will see this blue button like download. Then you will just click it, and you will get the free cheat sheet like this. Taran is completely free, so please check it out. And Jeff Bellista O'Keefe, thank you so much for your donation. Thank you very much. I'm really happy that you like this lesson. So I hope to see you next week too. And 신세 선생님 감사합니다. Felix 안녕하세요. 오스토자 정말 감사합니다. Thank you very much. And Lunchlan John, thank you so much. Super K-Jin. Are you my Facebook friend? Because that's my not Facebook, that's my Instagram ID. And then you must be my Instagram follower then. And then Jeff, Ne, Isabel, thank you for explaining. Glad to hear that. And Anna, your English is perfect. It's not, but thank you very much. And Felix, I'm sad because you are gone. Yes, I'm really sorry because it's time to go, but this lesson is twice longer than usual. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you, director, for waiting for me. And please watch this video again, because this is something you have to master to be a fluent Korean speaker. So this is the Korean alphabet. You will need to learn first and then watch this video again. And also next week we are going to talk about how to learn Korean language in 6 months. And next Thursday is my birthday. So if you come to my class and say happy birthday, that would be great. So please join it. So next Thursday will be June 27, my birthday. I'm advertising my birthday. June 27, we are going to learn how to learn Korean in 6 months. So this is the end of June, and you will have how to learn Korean in 6 months. So please join it. Sorry, the sound was gone, but luckily we are okay when I explain all the details about this Batchim rule. So thank you very much and see you next week. Midori and Pew, Bim and Anna, Emma, Dave, Wesley, Cody, Is the Great. Bye bye.